Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. You know, it's the beginning of the new year, and I've tried to bring to you some motivational people, particularly in regards to New Year's resolutions and fitness and diet and stuff like that. And I ran across someone who I found pretty motivational in regards to what she was doing from a fitness standpoint. Her name is Rebecca Knoll, and she's competed in a bunch of fitness shows, and she's got an interesting story about what motivated her to get in it, because she was in a very bad car accident and had to go through some rehab. So everyone, meet Rebecca. Rebecca, how are you tonight?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. So tell us a little bit about your background. Have you always been into fitness, or is this just something that you've started recently?
I actually call it skinny fat. So, you know, you're fit, but you're not really very tight. And so that's really how I always was before, was that I was slim, but I wasn't really fit. And then when I got into my car accident, my activity level went way down. And so I started to gain a little bit of weight. And then I just started I started to notice that I didn't really like my body shape anymore. And then I started losing confidence just in the way that I presented myself. So then once I reached out to a woman named Carol Reed, she's a trainer, and she helped me get back into the gym. And I started doing a lot of rehab with her, because at that time I had gone to just about every modality that there is to try and fix the pain in my body after my car accident. So
tell us a little bit about the car accident. You told me that it was over 20 cars that was in a pileup or something?
Yes, there was a pileup on the Skyway in Hamilton. So I was just at the tail end of it. And so when I was in this car accident, I thank God actually that I was in a Jeep, because I think I could have been way worse off. But so I was rear-ended, and I was taken to the hospital, and so then it was after that I had to start the rehab, and just trying to get rid of the pain in the body. It just went all the way up from my toe to my hips and into my back.
Oh, really? And so you say that it was primarily to get your confidence back. Why is fitness important to confidence?
I think it helps with the way you present yourself, the way you even think about yourself. I know it has for me. So when I walk into a room, I feel more confident, and I just tend to put my best foot forward when I feel confident about myself. And I think that is the way with most people.
Okay. And so you started this training program, and at some point in time, the training program turned from rehab to training and then to competitions. Tell us about that sort of process.
Exactly. So I had approached my trainer, and she said, yeah, I think you should get into this. And so we started on a different regiment program and did transfer from not just rehab, but working on the aesthetics of it. And so she's been phenomenal, actually, in showing me the correct way, not just to do the exercises, but even to doing the exercises on an incline to make sure that I keep that hourglass shape, and keeping me focused on diet too, as well.
And so tell us some of the diet things that you've had to do.
Well, with diet, I actually do lemon. So I will grind up not just the lemon fruit itself, but the lemon rind. And so that helps detox the body, that helps with your skin, and it just helps to clean out that system. So then you can ingest all the other proteins and minerals that you need to be building.
And is this like a morning lemonade drink or what?
So it's just straight lemon with a little bit of water. And so I do it when I'm working out. Some people do it first thing in the morning, but I'm more of a night hawk. So you do need to adjust how you're working out to fit your personal lifestyle and how your body functions. So they say to do more fitness workouts in the morning, but for me, it works better for night. So I do my detox at night.
We're chatting with Rebecca Knoll, who is a fitness competition contestant right now, and she's really gotten into it over the course of the last couple of years, coming out of a rehab after a car accident. We're going to take a break and come back more with Rebecca in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour, Saga 960. We're chatting tonight with Rebecca Knoll, who is a fitness nut, maybe a fitness competitor, I should say, not a fitness nut, but someone who posts on social media fairly frequently about her competitions and about some fitness recommendations and suggestions. So I wanted to check in because I think a lot of us have need some motivation, at least I do, coming into the new year, about what we're going to do to get back in shape after particularly, I used to at least walk to the GO train in the subway and walk around downtown. And now we're all stuck at home and we're not just doing that stuff. So Rebecca, what are some of the things that you do to motivate you every day do you go to a gym? Do you work in your house? Like, what do you do to get fit?
So, pre-pandemic and when we're, not in red, I do go to a gym and I work out with trainer Carol Reed. When we are in lockdown and in red, then I do work out at home. So I have a little bit of a gym set up at home. I have just two basic kettlebells, 35 pounds. And then I do have a straight bar that's about 85. And then the 15, 10 and 5-pound weights. So it's not extensive, but you can get pretty creative with the types of things you do. And it's helpful to work with the trainer that's going to be able to give you tips on how you can more effectively change those exercises that I took for granted when I was at the gym. So now I can still do them at home. You just have to think a little bit more about it and reach out to people that
okay,
know
so give
those
us
skills.
a couple of quick suggestions. If we get some
Sure.
of these weights and start exercising in our basic gym, what do you recommend us doing?
Well, actually, even in your kitchen, doing incline push-ups on your counter. So especially for women, when you're doing incline push-ups, it helps to keep, again, that nice hourglass figure, and it keeps you away from doing looking more boxy. So when you're doing it obviously helps tighten, tone the arms. So during the day when you're cooking, looking after the kids, or doing things at work from home, you can start doing those incline push-ups just on the counter.
Okay. Any other good suggestions?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can still do things on the stairs. When you work on the triceps at the back, you can be bent over the stairs and be able to do triceps by using the weights, pushing over onto the stairs and pushing backwards. So again, it's really thinking more creatively about how to angle your body in different positions to get that nice tight look and get it focused where you want to see those changes in your body.
And is it maximum weight or is it a medium weight and repetitions?
Well, because of the different level of competitions, you need to time everything. So it's all about building, defining, cutting, and then lifting heavy again, ripping it all apart and starting from scratch again.
Okay, cutting, ripping apart. That sounds terrible. What is that? What do you mean by that?
So when first you're building, so you're building your muscles. Then when you are toning, you're starting to get a nice shape of that muscle. And then when you're cutting, you are you might be dropping some water weight, and that really defines the muscle and how it looks. And that's what they're looking for at these competitions.
So explain to me, why go into the competitions? I completely understand that your comment about that you feel more confident when you're fit, and that makes a ton of sense. And your rehab, certainly exercise and fitness and things like that undoubtedly helped your rehab. Why go into the fitness competitions?
Well, one, I want to stay natural with it. And so I wanted to start building and shaping my body, having better posture, better health, So all of these things come into play. And so that's been key for me, especially choosing which organizations to compete with. So I went to, my first competition was just an open competition, meaning that steroids and diuretics were all allowed. And so that can be difficult because when there's someone like me that's completely natural, you don't place because you can't see the defined muscle as well. But I
apologize, let me interrupt. So you're saying that a lot
Sure.
of the people in this competitions are using steroids?
Yes. Yeah. But I choose not to. And there's a lot of people out there that choose not to as well. So right now I'm competing with an organization called Ultimate Fitness Events, and they're an all natural organization. So they have the amateur, the elite, and the pro card level. And I'll be competing at the elite level and hopefully obtaining my pro card at the next competition whenever they're able to run again.
And what's a pro card?
Pro card means that you're competing for the model contracts, maybe making some money doing it. Before you get to the pro level, you're really just putting out money, and it's better to think of it as a fun hobby.
So is that one of your objectives, to get into modeling and make some money out of it?
I would. It'd be great if I could make some money out of it and, have a fantastic passion that brings in a little bit.
Now, tell me what, I've seen some of these competitions, you're walking around in a bikini. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. So at different organizations have different types of bikinis and regulated bikini size levels. So at the Ultimate Fitness event, there was a couple that they call them costume changes. And so there's different types of bikinis that they would like you to wear. Again, in some open competitions, there's the type of bikini is not regulated, or the type of suit is not regulated as much.
Is that a little bit disconcerting, or after a while get used to it?
Honestly, when you're backstage, everybody is so focused on what they're doing. And people have been training for years to be backstage and work so hard trying to obtain pro cards that even though we are all a little bit scantily clad, we're all there for the same reason, and everyone's very professional. The people that are putting on the events are very professional. So it honestly, once you're there and you're in it, you don't even think about it. And to be honest, I was shocked actually at my first competition at the camaraderie backstage. The women really help each other out. We're checking each other's suits. We're making sure that we all look as good as possible before we go out. So we make each other better. And I really, really enjoy that.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about diet then. You mentioned your lemon juice kind of thing.
Right.
Are there any other secrets? Are you paleo or keto or whatever the different languages are, words are to describe different diets?
Well, I do a lot of, I call mine clean eating. So I do a lot of chicken. I try and cut down on my red meats, but when I crave things, I eat it. Now I did try to do vegetarian at one point, but I just dropped too much weight. It was just too fast. So I'm going to try and do vegetarian again and keep up the plant proteins. But again, I need to do this for the health of my body. So if my body's not willing to do it, then I'm going to keep eating the red meat.
Okay. And what about carbs?
So I eat carbs during the time that I'm building. So right now I'm eating carbs when I crave them. I don't overindulge. So I'm not eating like 4 pieces of bread at a time. When I have a sandwich, I'm only having 1 piece of bread on the bottom. So it's an open face sandwich. I do eat pasta, but I choose to eat pastas that have more greens in them. Have like a zucchini base. And so I do eat carbs right now, but then closer to competition time, I cut carbs out because again, I do everything naturally. So that cuts down on a little bit. It just makes everything look a little bit tighter.
Okay. And you said something about getting rid of the water to make things look more defined. How do you do that?
So I stopped drinking water about a day and a half before a competition. And sometimes people will take a diuretic to get rid of a lot of the water in their system. But I choose to not take anything for it and listen to my body.
Okay. And then back to the exercise. It sounds like you do primarily weights, not cardio. Is that
right.
The answer for you?
That's the way it is for me. Cardio, with my body type, I drop weight too fast. And so I need to keep a little bit of fat on my body. So there are different levels in a fitness competition. And so there's a bikini level is really at the bottom. And then there's a fitness model, physique, and then bodybuilding. I'm just at the bikini level. And that's where I choose to stay. And that means that I'm going to have more fat to muscle ratio than all of those other categories. So I don't want to lose all of my fat on my body, and wanting to stay natural. I want to make sure that I still have a healthy body mass index. So I need to make sure that I do have that fat on my body. So yes, it's mostly weights for me.
What do your friends and family think about you parading around in a bikini showing off your muscles?
Well, Mom wasn't really all that excited about it, but she's proud at least that I'm following something I love, and is glad that I'm being able to get the golds at this point. So that Mom's okay with, but I know she isn't excited about me walking around in a bikini and heels.
And if you just thought about recommendations to people to get fit. So not trying to compete as a bikini model, not trying to get a modeling contract, but just getting active again. What's your recommendation? How do you get motivated?
Well, one is habit. So do it even when you don't feel like it. Do it when you're tired. Just show up. And that's been something that Carol has really instilled with all of the girls that go to her. Now she's, Carol too, she takes on a lot of girls that have a wide range in goals. So all the women that I work out with, not all of them will actually have a fitness competition, but they're trying to drop the baby weight, or they've been in car accidents, and so they're trying to get back there. So even if you're working out with people that have different goals, you're still working out with people that at the end of the day want to be fit.
Well, Rebecca, it sounds like you've accomplished a lot, and it's really helped with your rehab, and it's helped with your confidence. You got a final message for people about what you're doing?
I love what I do, and I don't see stopping anytime soon. I think it's something that I can, or that anyone really can keep pursuing, because there's all these different categories for age groups. It's honestly a wonderful camaraderie and social events to be connected with, and we really do support one another and make each other better. So it's not about just competing and cutting each other up, but it is coming alongside of people who are like-minded and want to be healthy and pursuing that healthy lifestyle.
Rebecca, Knoll, thank you very much for sharing your fitness journey with us. And I think your two comments about just show up and do it when even you're tired are great suggestions for not just fitness, but lots of stuff in life. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay with us. We're going to come back with another interview just after this break.